Two-time NXT Tag Team Champions, winners of the 2018 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, members of the Undisputed Era, O'Reilly and Strong are ready to take over.
We'll talk about two men who have all the tools, all the ability to accomplish big things in WWE.
Pro Wrestling Tag Team on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 447 pounds, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 400 pounds, they are the Pro Wrestling Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, the Undisputed Era.
Don't change that dial. And here we go. This tag team match is going to be heated, to say the least.
Doesn't get any better than this. We're about to witness tag team action at its finest, fellas. Big time impact from way up high.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Oh, what impact! He misses the dive. And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool. Oh, continuing to punish them.
Zack Ryder may be in a bad way here.
Heading into this match, seeing his partner look extremely confident.
The beauty of tag team competition is that he doesn't need to take the entire brunt of the opposition's attack. Though the thought of making a tag doesn't necessarily appear to be on his mind right now.
He's in trouble.
He'd be wise to stay right there. There's a tag. Double team maneuver on the horizon. Oh, what on earth?
Oh, what incredible power. Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Elbow drop.
Right to the heart.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
Up and snapmare.
Oh, and the rolling neck snap.
Back when the Undisputed Era came to NXT, they gave Roderick Strong a chance to team with them. It took a long time for Strong to make the decision the Undisputed Era wanted, but when he did, it was a shock to the system.
Oh, nasty impact.
Michael bringing up Roderick Strong's shocking decision to join the Undisputed Era. It reminds me of how I used to think Roderick Strong had the biggest heart in NXT. But he sold it, and for what? To take the easy way? To be part of anarchy?
Strong is exactly where he belongs, Saxton. You can either be holding the brush that paints the new landscape or be the canvas that's being erased. Roddy chose the former.
It took Roderick Strong over a decade in sports entertainment to get to NXT. He used to fight so hard for every opportunity and never take shortcuts. That is until he aligned himself with the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, and that is what is perplexing to me, Michael. For so many years, Roderick Strong did things the right way, but he suddenly had a change of heart when he affiliated himself with the Kings of Shortcuts.
Byron, shoelaces are perplexing to you.
I recognize that you were perplexed, Byron, by Roderick Strong's sudden affiliation with the Undisputed Era. But Strong was a superstar who always only sniffed great success before joining Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish.
Look, Roddy must have got tired of being second best. Tired of always playing from behind the 8 ball. For years, it may have been Roddy versus the world. But now, with the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong's just evening up the odds, man.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Thunderous slam.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Uh-oh. Watch out. Zack Ryder trying to beat his opponent mentally as well as physically.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the third fall was ruled a double countout.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish lass kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
A superstar can't lock up with Zack Ryder and not be prepared to encounter high-impact offense. Ryder's not afraid to take to the air or drop you with his broski boot.
Ooh, that's how you dominate your opponent.
Back in from the floor. The Long Island IZ certainly has an offensive repertoire that every WWE superstar needs to be aware of. Zack Ryder has the offense and the determination to win every match he's in.
Zack Ryder is a master at exploding with high-impact offense and landing it at just the right time. The WWE locker room needs to know that it's not a good idea to take Zack Ryder lightly.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
Michinoku driver. Absolutely planted. This is where all it takes is one move and your opponent can gain the upper hand.
That could be a game changer.
Oh, right to the chest.
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
He has him right where he wants him.
Devastating elbow.
Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. And at this point, how much more does he have to give?
If you told me heading into this match that he was going to absorb so much punishment, I would have thought he might have just ended this.
Can that beat Kurt Hawkins?
What a tag team display.
Whenever tag team is on the docket, the mayhem multiplies. Here's the proof.
Check him out here. Almost forgot about this one.
Here are your winners, and still the Pro Wrestling Tag Team Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, the Undisputed Era.
And there's your winner via pinfall.
Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that, you've done something right.
Matches like that are the reason why I love this job so much.